All right, folks, so after weeks of waiting, we finally get to find out if this thing right here made us some seeds. Let's go. All right, well, it's not really shaking out. Like, technically, you should be able to, like, shake it and seeds should start falling out. So I don't know if it's 100% fully dry yet. However, I'm getting impatient already. I'm tired of waiting. This has been drying for about a week, just like this, in a paper bag inside. So we're just gonna start peeling this apart and see what we get. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some seeds in there. See the black in there? Those are all seeds. Woo. Smells very oniony. Oniony. Remember, that's a word. Huh? I mean, check that out. Those are all one, two, three, four, five. 5 seeds just from one of these little pods there. That's insane. So I can't imagine how much hundreds, we're probably gonna get hundreds of seeds out of this one. So if you're new here, let me give you a little bit of context, right? We have been following this onion flower, this particular onion flower, for months. And if you've been watching for a while, if you're a regular viewer here on the channel, then you know that this started flowering months ago. And we didn't know what the heck we was doing. We had no idea what we were doing. But I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let this go. We're gonna see what happens. This is a big, huge milestone for the homestead here because we don't have to buy onion seeds anymore. We have our own, very own onion seeds. I'm not gonna plant these. We're not gonna plant these today. We're gonna get them all sorted out, set up, stored up, and probably next season we'll start planting these particular ones because we already got a whole bunch of onions going right now. But this is a huge, huge milestone for the homestead here. And now the homestead is starting to care for itself, reproduce itself. That's exactly what you want. That's exactly the purpose of this lifestyle. So we don't have to rely on big box stores, all the corporate organizations to get our food and everything. We grow it ourselves. We know exactly what's in our food, and we don't rely or depend on anybody else, except for Big Man, of course. So with all that said, let's go ahead, get all these seeds out, get them stored up. I've been doing this for like 10 minutes already, and like, I haven't even made a dent in this thing. There is so many seed pods, but check it out. Let me show you. We got all those seeds so far, and I've barely made a dent in this thing. So we're definitely gonna get a lot of seeds from this. But I mean, let's like look at all that. There's so many seeds already. Check that out, dude. I mean, that is insane. That's almost a whole handful. And we barely even made a dent in that flower. Again, that is just, that's too cool. Very own, I know I keep saying it, I'm just excited. I'm excited, man. You know, forgive me, but I'm excited that we grew a plant and we got free seeds from that plant. And now we can grow more and more and more and more. And we can continue our seasoning project journey thing that we've been trying to do, you know. Well, I'm gonna make some more down the line. That's not part of the story here, but the main part is we got free seeds. So now we gotta talk about how are we gonna store these, right? Because we're not gonna use these particular seeds right now. We have a whole bunch of onions. Actually, we gotta go thin some onion seedlings here pretty soon. And if you store them correctly, then these can last about 1 to 2 years. First things, what we need to do is we need to make sure that all the chaff and everything is off of the seeds. And the chaff is all this little dry stuff, right, that holds the seeds. An easy way to do this is called winnowing. And all you're gonna do is take a couple of buckets, put your seeds in one bucket, have another bucket on the floor, have a small little box fan on very low setting, and then you're gonna take your bucket and pour back and forth while that fan is blowing on the bottom bucket, and that'll blow all the chaff away off of the seeds. After that, if they're still wet like ours are, we want to lay them out on a paper towel for a couple days, completely dry out. And then once they're completely dry, now we're ready to go ahead and put them in their container. You can use a small coin envelope or My recommendation, an airtight glass jar. Only put them in a jar though if you're certain that all your seeds are dry. If you still got some seeds a little wet, you can put them in the envelope, keep it open so that way it can breathe. Keep it in a nice, cool, dark place. Your pantry closet is perfect spot for that. If you want like maximum longest lifespan, you can put the seeds inside of an airtight, moisture-proof container and put them in the fridge. All right, so we got our onion seeds right in here. They're gonna sit right up here. Let those dry for a couple of days, and then we can go ahead, put them in a mason jar, and then we'll put them in the pantry closet to store for a little while. So, we're gonna let those dry out for a while, for a couple of days. The rest of our onion flour here, I think I'm gonna let this dry up for about another week, too. Throughout the week, I'm gonna continue harvesting it. I'm not gonna finish it all today. It's gonna take me all day long. Got a couple other things we need to do real quick. Get the garden taken care of, all that. But I'm gonna finish up harvesting this throughout the week, let it dry up a little bit more so that way it's a little easier to try and harvest them. So next week you'll be able to see the official count on how many seeds we got from this one flower. But if I had to tell you right now, we're gonna get hundreds. We are about to get hundreds and hundreds of seeds from this flower. Haven't even made a dent in it, and I already got a nice good handful. We got some free seeds, y'all. Officially, it happened. We've been watching that flower for months. Now, what we need to do, take a look at our tomatoes here, right? So this side right here, this guy needs to be, he needs to be trellised up because he is a leaning. I mean, number one, check these babies out. I mean, we are growing. I mean, everywhere. We are getting our tomatoes everywhere. Even this one, this plant down here, we got some maters going. So, I mean, our tomatoes are doing great. However, this stem, if you can see right here where these big ones are, get this leaf out of it. Right here where these big ones are, this stem right here coming out. Now, I don't know which is the main. I don't know if this was the main stem or this was the main stem, but either way, we're gonna get another trellis thingy here coming down to like right here to get this one kind of just up a little bit so it's not leaning, doesn't stress the plant. So we gotta do that. Our onions here, I mean, check this out. We got a lot of onions that we need to start getting these thinned out, spread out around the garden bed. And remember last week we made this bad boy. My son's been playing in it and throwing stuff, but we want to get this fixed up a little bit more. Probably get some onions in there. We're not gonna do it today, but I might need to harvest some parsley already, which is good because that means we can make some more seasonings here pretty soon. Not gonna worry about the parsley, but I mean, check it out. She's going crazy. All right, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail today about this. I've talked about how to trellis many times on previous videos. Real simple. We're gonna tie it here at the top. Bada bing, bada boom. I can pull on that, not going anywhere, but we still got the loop. We can whoop, take it right off. Take your other end. Put it to the stake. Tie you a nice knot. Doesn't gotta be perfect. All you're doing is trying to hold up a tomato plant till you're ready to harvest. Boom, just double knot that bad boy. Not going anywhere. Now, let's do this again. Put our stake into the soil. Now all we're gonna do is take this branch here, as nice as we can, going around. That's perfect. Now let me show you exactly what I did here. All right, so we got our stake going down in there all the way up. We took our branch here, right, this one here, and we just wrapped it around the string. And as you can see, that we're not completely tied around the stems, right? It's the stem leaning on the rope. That way these stems can still grow without any trouble, without any disturbance. There's nothing wrapped around them. If you wrap around, then you need to leave it loose enough for that stem to still grow, because it's still growing. It's gonna keep getting bigger, and you're gonna have to come out and keep making that loop bigger and bigger. This way, you don't have to worry about that at all. The plant can grow. All you're gonna do is come out and keep wrapping around the rope as it grows up. I've been growing tomatoes like this for a whole year. This is perfect. A string down into the soil, wrap the plant around it, good to go. Another good thing that this now helps with getting that branch more up is look at all that more space for airflow. Now there's a lot more, it's not crowding each other like it was, and now there's a whole ton of space for airflow to get through there. That's exactly what you're looking for when you're doing tomatoes, when you're trying to do two tomato plants in one small space like that. This is exactly how you do it. And as you can see, we're getting some awesome tomatoes growing. Now that that's done, we got the tomato plant good to go, got some more space, airflow on it. Now we gotta try and get these onions thinned out. All right, we got it all thinned out, everything transplanted exactly how we want to. Check it out. Let me show you. So you saw it before, it looked like a big old garden. Now we got specific rows, and we got about 6 in each row. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of about 6. So what is that? Quick math real quick. 6 and a 4, carrot and a 2 and a 10. 24 onions in this garden bed right here. And then if we go over here where we built our 1x1 box, check it out. We got about 8 or 9 sitting up in here. 8 or 9 about in here. So we got a total of like 30 some onions going now. So we definitely ain't short on the onions. Plenty of onions for eating, cooking, making seasonings, all that good stuff. We got some pea seeds here. I want to get some more peas going real quick. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant three seeds, so let's break our seeds out real quick. So we got 3 little pea seeds, and this is just your basic garden peas. Just your basic garden peas. I think they only produce once. Produce a whole bunch real fast, and they're a one and done. One pump champ is what I like to call these peas.
That's what she said.
Well, I gotta think, because where I'm gonna put my trellis, like right here, so they need to go like right here. And we're just gonna drop 1 in there. 1 in there. 1 in there. That way we get some peas going. We got some onions, tomatoes, peas, parsley, carrots. I wanted to do more carrots, but I couldn't find my carrot seeds. So I was like, I'll run some more peas again real quick. Love me some peas. Family loves peas, so why not, right? Now that's all that's left to do. We're gonna run by the chickens real quick because got a little surprise / something to show you. Let's go. What's up, ladies? How we going? How's it going? How we doing? Check it out, y'all. We got 2 new members to the flock. We got 2 new members. These guys are about 2 months old right now. So just little pullets. So we got them in the cage right now back there because we're acclimating, right? I just got these guys a couple days ago, and they're still young. So what had happened was, y'all remember our broody hen, right? That was just trying so hard to become a mama. Well, unfortunately, she's not gonna become a mama around here. I had a neighbor fellow, and he's been asking me for a while, hey, are you willing to trade that white hen? I'll give you 2. And for the longest time, I was like, no, man, cause it was my best layer. So I was like, I don't really want to get rid of her. She's my best layer. We tried breaking her like 2 or 3 different times of the broodiness, and we had success for like a couple months, and then she go broody again. Now, I don't know if she kept going broody because one of them, remember this one back here, the fat brown one, was always beating the crap out of her, right? So I don't know if that would just cause her to go into broodiness. Like, I don't know how all that works, but all I know is that if the white hen wasn't broody, they was fine. If the white hen was broody, the fat brown one was always kicking her butt. And obviously it's because the broody one is showing, she's being different. And the other one is like, not in my house. What the heck you think you're doing? So she's kind of picking on the weaker one, right? She doesn't pick on the other brown one. The other brown one will whoop her butt. So I was like, okay, what is my best case? Because I was to the point where I was going to harvest the fat brown one. But I was like, I don't want to go that far yet because I don't know exactly what's going on. I do know that this one is the white one is being broody, and she's trying so hard to have chicks. So why don't I give her to somebody that can allow that has the space, that has the time, that has the resources to let hens hatch chicks? So I went ahead and I was like, I hit up the neighbor and I was like, yo, you still down for that deal? You still want the white hen for 2 of your little hens? And he was like, yeah, I'll be over there this afternoon. He came right over in the afternoon, gave me those. So I told him, I was like, she's broody right now. She really wants to hatch chicks. And I know you got roosters and all that, and she'll be able to do that and hopefully not be stressed with your new flock. So I thought it was better to get rid of her to somebody that can allow her to be a mom, essentially, and not have to keep stressing her or trying to break her and all that stuff. And I got 2 new chickens out of it. So now we got 4 instead of 3. So these guys are only 2 months old. Obviously, they're not laying yet. They're still young. I did a small introduction, and the fat brown one started kicking the crap out. I was like, nope, got to put them in the crate, let them get acclimated. That way the adults can be around, they can be around the adults can be around them, they can smell, get to know each other, see each other, do all that kind of stuff. We do that for about 2 weeks, solid 2 weeks of these guys in the crate. I ensure that they got food, I ensure they got water at all times. They're down on the floor, they're not raised up like you would do a broody jail. That way they can still lay down, they can still peck at the ground and all that stuff. After 2 weeks, we will then take them out, do a supervised introduction. I'll be out here, and that's gonna be, right there is gonna be the final test / decision of what we would do with the fat brown one. If these girls can come out of here and it's just normal chicken pecking, flock dynamics, cool, let it be. But if they come out and she pounces on them and goes for eyeballs and plucks feathers out and tries to like beat the crap out of them, then she's gonna have to be gone. So that's gonna tell me, is she really just a pure dominant bully, or can she be cool? Because around that white one, she just couldn't be cool. So now the test is, how is the fat brown one gonna react now that the white one's out of the picture and we got 2 new ones? Like I said, I did a small introduction and she beat the crap out of one, pinning it in the corner. I was like, oh, okay. I was about to right there, but I didn't. I was like, let me put them in the cage. We'll do 2 weeks acclimation, quarantine, blah, blah, blah. And if at 2 weeks, we'll do a supervised introduction. I mean, you can see right now, like, see, where is she? Can you see her? That one right there. This is my so-called bully. Now, throughout today, she's been pretty cool. She hasn't been trying to be mean, and she doesn't even look like she's trying to peck through the crate right now. Looks like she's just trying to see, like, hey, what you guys doing, what you up to. So that's good. That's a good sign already, day 1. Already a good sign. So I'm hoping that they can get used to each other and everything's cool. Maybe a couple little pecks, flock dynamic, all that stuff, pecking order, what have you. But if she is aggressive and beats the crap and pins in a corner, that's gonna be my final decision. She's gonna have to go to the freezer. No idea what breed these are. I tried Googling and it gave me a couple of different ones. I don't think that they're meat birds. I say that because usually by 1, at 2 months, a meat bird is going to be 1, bigger than that, and 2, not have as many feathers as that. They are full fluffed out, feathers everywhere, nice strong legs, but they look like a meat chicken, right? But I don't think they are. I hope they're not. If you guys out there know for sure, if you can see them, get a good glimpse, let me know possibly what breed those white ones are. I'm hoping that they're not for sure. I mean, look at them. They're chilling right now. They're chilling right now. And then you got the dog. I told the dog last night, the dog is sleeping outside while these guys, because I'm not letting them in the coop yet until after 2 weeks, and I know everybody can get along. So I'm letting the dog hang out outside even at nighttime so he can, because we got possums and crap around here. They climb the walls. So I got the dog out here, our 100-pound security system, make sure nobody gets our beautiful new chickens here. Well, there it is, folks. Another beautiful day under the eyes of the big man, G.O.D. I can't thank him enough for directing me to this lifestyle. And we are now another step closer to full-on self-sufficiency. We have our own seeds. And I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops for a while because I'm so excited. This was awesome. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I hope you all learned something new, or maybe just even got inspired to take that next step to start growing some plants. Again, you don't need a lot of space. Anybody can do this no matter where you are. An apartment balcony. It's plenty enough space. Throw some pots out there, throw some soil in it, plant a seed, watch it grow, and reap the harvest. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. So thank you all for tuning into the channel, and thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.